A warm welcome to one and all, dear friends. Myself, Dr. Rashmi Joshi Sawalkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Shri RLT College of Science, Akola. Friends, today this is our 22nd lecture of Semester 1 and Unit 4. In the previous lecture, we have started the phylum Arthropoda. Now, today the topic is external features of Periplaneta americana, commonly called as cockroach. So, the scientific classification of the animal cockroach is kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, subphylum Hexapoda, class Insecta, superorder Dictyoptera, order Blatodi, genus Periplaneta, and species is Americana. So this is the complete classification, scientific classification of uh, cockroach. And beside here is the diagram showing all the external features of Periplaneta americana, which I have explained in the previous lecture also. But let's see here the complete body of cockroach or arthropods or class Insecta or insects is divided into three main parts. First is head, second is thorax, and third is abdomen. So head consists of compound eyes, antennae, mouth parts which are in the on the ventral surface, where the mouth opening is on ventral surface. So these mouth parts, eyes and antennae are the uh, organs of head region. The second part is thorax, which is made up of three segments: prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. All the three segments shows a pair of legs. That means cockroach consists of three pairs of legs which are present in the thoracic region and two pairs of wings which are forewings and hind wings. The abdominal segments are present here, and the external organs which are present on the last abdominal segment helps in the identification of male and female cockroaches. This anal cerci or anal styles helps in identification that whether the animal is male cockroach or whether it is female cockroach. So these are all the external features of cockroach. So let's start one by one. Now, external characters of cockroach. The body of cockroach is elongated, narrow, bilaterally symmetrical, dorso-ventrally compressed and segmented. All these characters we have studied in the previous lecture, but to highlight that I am given here. The body of cockroach is elongated, narrow, bilaterally symmetrical, dorso-ventrally compressed and segmented. The color is dark reddish brown. All you very well know that how the cockroach looks. So these are just general characters. So we will go through this and then start the other organs of the body. So the color is dark reddish brown. The length is 2 to 4 centimeter in breadth in 1 centimeter. Sorry, the length is of 2 to 4 centimeters and the breadth is 1 centimeter. So the complete size range of cockroach is given here. The whole body is covered by chitinous endoskeleton plates of sclerites, endoskeleton or plates of sclerites. Here spelling mistake is there. The whole body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. Here it wants exoskeleton plates or sclerites. Body divisions. So the body of cockroach is divided into three distinct regions: head, thorax and abdomen, as I have explained previously. So the first part is head. The head is small and triangular and attached to thorax interiorly by a short and narrow movable neck. See, the head is small and triangular and attached to thorax. So the head part is attached to thorax, which is the middle portion of the body, and then thorax is followed by the abdomen, which shows number of segments here. So movable neck is present, short and narrow movable neck is present. The head is covered by a number of sclerites which form the head capsule. The head is covered with number of sclerites. See the triangular portion which is the head capsule. On each side of the head there is found a large compound eyes. See, the two bulgy compound eyes are present on the head region. Two long the antennae which runs in the posterior direction are present. A pair of antennae are present, and in front of each eye is seen a long highly motile whip-like antennae. The next one is, near the base of each antenna is a simple eye or ocellus. Near the base of each eye, each antenna is a simple eye or ocellus. At ventral end of the head lies the mouth. At ventral end of the head lies the mouth. So here the mouth parts we will explain in the next lecture, that is in digestive system. So the mouth parts is asked for short note for 4 marks. So that will I explain in the next lecture when we will start the digestive system. I have not mentioned here. So the ventral end of the head lies the mouth. The mouth is in front of, is surrounded by special appendages called as mouth parts, which are directed downward. Such head is called as the hypognathus. See, the hypognathus, this terminology I will explain you. Hypo means on the lower surface and gnatha means jaws. So these or jaws are present on the lower surface of the head, that is on ventral side. So this type of animals having the mouth parts or mouth opening on the ventral surface are called as hypognathus. So the mouth parts consist of labrum, mandibles, maxillae, labium and hypopharynx. These all structures we will study in digestive system. Now the second part of the body is thorax. The thorax consists of 3 body segments. I already told you that thorax is made up of 3 body segments. Prothorax, the first one is prothorax which is attached to head region, middle one is mesothorax, and the third one is metathorax, and which is attached to the abdominal segments in the posterior direction. Each thoracic segment is covered by a dorsal scleroid, the tergum, a ventral scleroid, the sternum or sternite, and a two lateral scleroids, the pleurons. See, the thoracic segment is covered by a dorsal scleroid. On the uppermost surface, on the upper covering of abdominal segments, the covering is called as dorsal scleroids, or it is also called as the tergum. See, number of segments are given here: 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last segment. So the hard covering of the on the dorsal surface showing each segment is called as scleroids or tergum, and the soft ventral side, on the ventral side the scleroids, the segments are very soft, that can be identified separately, but those are soft as compared to the dorsal scleroids or tergum, and those ventral soft segments are called as sternites. Sternites. The tergum of prothorax is large and called as the pronotum. The tergum of the ventral scleroid, the tergum of the prothorax. Prothorax means the first segment of the thoracic region. So it is large as compared to the last two thoracic segments. So the prothoracic segment, first segment of thorax is called as pronotum. Thorax bears two very important structures, the wings and the walking legs. This pronotum is large and which bears two very important structures, the wings and the walking legs. Wings and walking legs are attached to the pronotum or the first thoracic segment, which is prothorax. Now wings, the appendages which are attached to the thoracic segment. See, first we have studied the head region, and the appendages present in the head region are two compound eyes, pair of compound eyes, pair of antennae and mouth parts. So after writing these such short notes, the head structure is completed here. Now the second structure is, or second part, body part is the thorax, which is made up of 3 segments. First is prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Thoracic region shows two main appendages of the body, and which are wings, pair of wings and 3 pairs of legs. So first we will see here wings. There are 2 pair of wings, the forewings and the hind wings. 2 pair of wings are present, the forewing and the hind wings. The forewings are attached to the anterolateral side of mesothoracic segment. See, forewings are attached to the mesothoracic segment, to the anterolateral side of metathoracic segment, and the hind wings are attached to the mesothoracic segment of metathoracic segments by means of voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are present in this thoracic region and on anterolateral side of mesothoracic segment. Mesothorax and prothorax. At the joining of mesothorax and prothorax, the first means hind wing, forewings are attached, and at the joint of middle and third segment, that is mesothorax and metathorax, the hind wings are present, and which are made up of voluntary muscles. The forewings are smaller, thicker, leathery, and more darker than the hind wings. The forewings are protective, which protects the delicate hind wings at rest, and they have no role in the flight. The hind wings have no role in the flight. They are somewhat chitinous or dark brown in color, and at the resting position, the hind wings covers completely the forewings covers completely the hind wings, which are very delicate, thin, and which are transparent. So the hind wings are larger, thinner, and more transparent than the forewings. The hind wings brings out the flight for the cockroach. The hind wings helps the only the hind wings helps in the flight of cockroach. Uh, it is it is covered by the forewings. At rest, the hind wings remains folded and remain covered at the forewings. Each wing is in supply of channels. Each wing is in the supply of hemocoelomic channels, tracheoles, and nerves. See here, the venation is given in the wing structure. So these venations are all hemocoelomic channels. That means the blood or body fluid is circulated in these wings. Tracheoles are there, which helps in respiration, and nerves, which helps in nervous control. So all these controls are present in the wings, hind wings also, and in forewings also. Each wing is in supply of hemocoelomic nerves. These appears like the veins of a plant leaf. The venations in the leaf of a plant, it looks like the venations. So next, walking legs. Now the appendage present in the thoracic region, the second important appendage is walking legs. So the thorax in cockroach bears three pairs of five jointed long walking legs. Five joints are there in the legs of cockroach. And how now we will see which five parts are there in the walking legs. The walking leg is composed of five pieces, namely coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. See, first one is coxa, second is trochanter, third is femur, fourth is tibia, and the tarsus. So let's see the diagram. Let's see here. I will highlight the structures and then we will explain you. Just a minute, highlighter. See here, the first part is coxa. Okay, the second part is trochanter. The third part is femur. The fourth part is tibia, and the fifth part is tarsus. Now we will study how these parts are there and what are the functions of these parts. Okay, so see, the coxa is a strong, short, triangular part of the leg. It remains movably attached to the ventrolateral side of the thoracic segments. Coxa is a strong, short, triangular part of the leg, which helps, which forms the joint to the thoracic segment, and from there the portion of the leg starts. Now distally, the coxa is loosely connected with a plate-like trochanter. Now see, at the distal end of coxa, a plate-like structure which is called as trochanter is present. The trochanter is on one side become firmly attached with a long, wide, strong femur. The coxa is attached on one side with a strong, wide, and long femur part. So the third part is femur. Now the femur joint to a long narrow tibia. This femur forwarded into the posterior direction, and it forms a narrow long structure which is called as tibia. So the fourth part is tibia. Now the tibia is covered by fine hairy bristles. This tibia is covered by fine hairy bristles. Finally, the tibia, a long five-jointed tarsus, is attached. See the tarsus here, first part, second part, third part, fourth part, and the fifth part. These five pairs of tarsus, these five pairs of forms the tarsus. So in this way, the leg is made up of five parts. First is coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. The tarsus is of five small jointed parts. However, all the legs work in unison and help in walking and fast running for the cockroach. So now the third part. See, the head region we have studied. The second part, main body part, middle portion, that is thorax, which is made up of three body segments, prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax, in which two pair of special appendages are present, which are wings and legs. So in that portion we have studied the structure of wings, the structure of legs. Now the third main portion of the body, part of the body, is abdomen. So let's see here. Beside I have given the two diagrams, that the abdominal part of male cockroach and the abdominal part of female cockroach. So let's see the abdomen. The abdomen is the largest part of the body, which is made up of 10 abdominal segments. See, now thorax is made up of 3 segments. Now abdomen is made up of total 10 abdominal segments. Dorsally, each abdominal segment has a tergum plate, and ventrally there is a sternal plate. We have studied in the previous slide also that on the dorsal surface the dark segments are present and which are called as tergum, and on the ventral surface the smooth segments are present which are called as sternal plates. In the female, the seventh tergum not only covers the eighth tergum but also the ninth tergum. Now see in female, the structure of female here. See, the only we are able to see only the seventh segment. The eighth and ninth and tenth segment are not seen here. So the seventh segment, seventh sternum on the ventral surface covers the 8th, 9th and 10th segment here. So this is the identification mark which we can differentiate between the male and the female. In male, all the 10 segments are seen clearly, but in female, the 7th segment covers the 8th, 9th and 10th segment. So below the 10th tergum lies the anus. Below the 10th tergum lies the anus. In both male and female, a pair of long 15-jointed anal cerci is attached with the 10th segment. Both in male and female cockroaches, a pair of long anal cerci are present. See here, anal cerci, anal styles or anal cerci. These part, this long part, it is called as anal cerci. So both anal cerci are present in male and female, and it is of 15 jointed parts. It is made up of 15 jointed parts. So these anal cerci are present in both male cockroach as well as in female cockroach. The anal circus is sensory to the sound waves. It works as a sensory organ, and it sends for the sound waves around in the atmosphere. On the ventral side of the male cockroach has 9 sternal plates, while in female there are only 7 sternal plates. The 7th sternal plate in female at the posterior end develops to a boat-shaped process. See, in the female it develops into a boat-shaped process, and it is called as the ampule, and it is female, there are so 7 sternal plates, sorry, and it is called as the apical lobe. After the 7th sternal plate on ventral surface in female cockroach, a boat-shaped process is called as apical lobe is present. In the male cockroach, the 9th sternum has a pair of elongated anal styles. See here, the 9th segment shows the outgrowth-like structures or horn-like structures, hook-like structures in the 9th segment, which are called as anal styles. The anal styles are absent from female cockroach. So for identifying whether the cockroach is male or female, the presence of anal styles confirms that it is the male cockroach, and absence of anal styles confirms that it is the female cockroach. So these are all about the abdominal segment. So friends, this is all about the external features of cockroach, and in this topic I have not explained the mouth parts here because those mouth parts are asked for 4 marks, short note or in for 4 marks in the examination, and that part we will study in the next lecture, that is in digestive system of cockroach. So I think it is very much easy to you to understand. So if any query, please repeat the lecture 2 times or 3 times so that every structure of the cockroach will be understood to you. Thank you. Thank you friends. Thanks once again.